Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree and today I'm talking about sports ball. So, what the fuck is a sports ball? Um this is my this is my video on sports in athletics and sports athletic like competitions. So, I'm going to make a lot of broad generalizations here and I'm going to be flippant cuz I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be very flippant cuz I don't give a fuck. Um So, I don't have good experiences with sports. I wasn't athletic in school. I did not participate in PE in school. I did. I was in track. Track was the one sports athletic type activity I was involved in. And extracurricular outside of school, I was a break dancer, and that is athletic competition. You can't tell by looking at me now because I've gained weight since then. I broke my foot and I can't break dance anymore. And I'm over 40, so I couldn't break dance anymore even if I hadn't broke my foot. So, my breakdancing days are long gone. But I used to be athletic and competitive in the breakdancing arena. So, without getting into those psychological trauma of childhood, I'm going to brush that aside and we're just going to talk about the sports. I'm going to hit the bullet points, the ones I like, the ones I hate, what I like about them, what I hate about them, and kind of be dismissive of the rest. So, I'll go down the big, the big ones first. We'll start with professional football. And we'll talk about football as a whole, but I want to start with the NFL. So, football is a weird game. You got two teams that are throwing the ball back and forth down the field, trying to get it across this imaginary line, the goal line. It's not necessarily imaginary; it is on the ground, but across the goal line. It's essentially a game of chess, more or less, for the most part. Football is mostly boring to me, but it's the least boring of this. Not the least boring, but it's one of the it's one of the ones that I can actually stand to watch. I used to go to football games as a journalist. I used to cover football, so it was one that I would be on the sidelines taking pictures of and taking notes and interviewing coaches and players and whatnot after the game. So I used to write football stories. So I have a familiarity with the game of football. I do understand the basics of football and some of the logistics. Just enough to be able to follow a game and ask a coach questions at the end of a game, win or lose, as a journalist. I have two football teams that I root for. My primary team, my personal team, the team that I'm always rooting for no matter what, Kansas City Chiefs. Go Chiefs. My backup team that I root for only because I lived in Dallas, obviously, it's the Dallas Cowboys, and because my girlfriend is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and so because I lived in Dallas and because she roots for them, I root for the Cowboys. Growing up when I was a kid, I liked the Cowboys, but I also liked the Chiefs, so I was sort of back and forth. I didn't pick one over the other. The reason why I put Chiefs above the Cowboys more now than ever is because I've lived in Kansas, I've lived in Texas, and between the two, if I had to choose, I'd rather live in Kansas than Texas. Texas can eat shit and die. All right, baseball. God fucking good gravy, baseball is fucking boring. I do not understand. I cannot tell you how baseball is played because I don't fucking know. I don't get it. I can't describe it to you because I don't fucking get it. It's so goddamn boring. I literally don't know shit about baseball. When I was a sports writer and my job was to cover baseball games, when it was baseball season, I had help from an AI program. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't know shit about baseball. I cannot tell you what is happening in a baseball game. I can't fucking tell you. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. And I'll never give a shit. Baseball can fuck off. And its little cousin softball can fuck off as well, too. Also, hockey. I have personal experiences with hockey that I'm not going to get into here because, again, you're not my therapist. But my girlfriend's Canadian. She loves hockey, and so I watch it with her. And for the most part, I can enjoy a game of hockey because it is fast-paced and it moves quick. Really quick. You start a hockey game, you count to 10, and it's over. It moves that quick. It's just like boom, 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 you're done. Hockey is fast. It takes no time at all to play a game of hockey. So I can appreciate that. It's very fast-paced. I can't follow hockey. I cannot explain hockey, and I do not understand the logistics of the sport. But it's entertaining to watch, and that's all that matters. Soccer. I'm a fucking American. Soccer can eat shit. That's just all there is to it. Soccer can eat shit. Tennis. Tennis is one I actually like. Tennis is a sport I can enjoy watching at all levels. All levels of tennis. Tennis is fun. I can watch tennis. I can get into tennis. I can't follow tennis. I can't explain it. I don't know the names of the players, and I'm never going to remember who's who. But if a game of if a tennis match is on and I got nothing else to do, I can watch a game of tennis. Volleyball. I played volleyball in school. Not on the team because, sexism. But we're not going to get into that. But I watched volleyball. I rooted for our girls' volleyball teams when I was in high school. I covered volleyball when I was a journalist. I can appreciate volleyball. I like volleyball. Volleyball is a fun game to watch. And I understand volleyball. I know how it works. Basketball. I played basketball in high school. I didn't make the team. Well, I didn't say didn't make the team. Everybody made the team where there weren't tryouts. It was just you signed up and you play. It was a small school, so there were no tryouts. I didn't play in the games, make the team because I sucked. And I quit after a while, and I didn't ever suit up or sit on the bench. So I didn't make it to any games. But I did play basketball after school with my friends down at the local court. And, one-on-one, horse, etc. I played basketball a lot. I watch a lot of fucking basketball. Basketball is the sport I'm the most familiar with. It's the one I'm the most into. It's the one I can name players and coaches and teams and stats and history and everything else. Basketball is the sport I follow. It's the one sport I actively follow. My team is the Chicago Bulls. That's not going to change. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know what cricket is, so I can't comment on it. I've never seen a game of rugby, so I don't even know how it's played or anything about it. I do not watch the Olympics, the Summer Olympics, because most of the Summer Olympic games bore the fucking snot out of me. I don't watch, for the most part, I'm going to put this out there, for the most part, I don't watch the Winter Olympic Games either, but there are 2 Winter Olympic events that I do watch. 1, figure skating. I like figure skating. I like ice skating. And 2, figure skating's male cousin, hockey. I've already talked about hockey. So there you go. NASCAR and Formula One, etc. Those aren't sports to me. I'm not even gonna fucking talk. I don't give a fuck if you think they are sports. I don't give a fuck. You can think what you want. I do not. They're not sports. Esports are not sports to me. So don't even fucking talk about Fortnite or whatever the fuck Dota or whatever the fuck it is people play. I don't give a shit. Smash Brothers or whatever the fuck it is, I don't give a shit. It's not. Those are not sports. Surfing is not a sport. Golf is not a sport. I don't even talk about golf. Golf is fucking ridiculous. What else is there? What else is there? Bowling. I don't consider bowling a sport. I just don't. Boxing, MMA, wrestling. Let's pick these ones apart. I personally do not consider boxing a sport, but I know people who do, who have made convincing arguments that they buy. I do not buy those arguments. They make a well-reasoned argument, but I'm not sold. MMA, to me, is not a sport either. It's closer to a sport than boxing is, but I still don't consider it a sport. And professional wrestling is entertainment. It's not even in the sports family. They call it sports entertainment, but it's a play. That's all it is. It's a goddamn play. It's a fucking soap opera. That's all the ones I know about off the top of my head. I would have to Google other sports to be able to tell you if there are other sports or not, because I don't fucking know. And I don't fucking care. I just don't. By and large, I'm not a fan of sports. I can, under certain conditions and certain circumstances, for different reasons, follow some sports to a certain extent. But for the most part, I am not a sports person. I'm not. And that's not going to change.